Hey, what's up, guys? This is how I transform my body from this to this in just about 3 years. And those 3 years were not perfect, they were not consistent, and neither were they perfect in diet. But let's get started. Number one, of course, would be my diet. In one of my YouTube shorts that I previously uploaded, I explained that your diet was about 80% of what's important for you to gain a muscular physique. You might think that when the education system tells the children that fruits, grains, vegetables, and protein and dairy, you might think it's over exaggerated on how these 5 things in your diet would bring forth perfect health. But it's very, very true, as these 5 things have all the vitamins and macronutrients that you need in order to prosper physically and mentally. Dairy is very important. It has a lot of vitamins. All these things have vitamins. Grains have vitamins. Fruits have vitamins. Vegetables have vitamins. Protein has vitamins. But obviously the most important thing on this list right now for building muscle is protein. You cannot build muscle if you don't eat enough protein. But protein alone will not help you gain muscle. You need to have vegetables, fruits, grains, and dairy, because these 4 things, they allow your brain to function the best possible way it can, while also allowing your nervous system to function the best way it can as well. Your nervous system, which means your heart. And the heart is very important when it comes to building muscle, because the heart is the very thing that's pumping the blood into the muscle and the proteins, the nutrients into the muscle for you to actually gain more muscle. But you might ask, what is the best protein to gain muscle? I mean, there's not necessarily the greatest protein. Every protein is a protein, right? It's a protein. But what really matters is how much protein you get. Scientifically or medically, it's recommended that a average human being should consume at least 50 to 60 grams of protein a day. But for someone who goes to the gym consistently and wants to build more muscle, I would recommend at least 100 to your maximum body weight, which is the best possible amount of protein that you can eat to gain the best possible muscle that you can. When it comes to proteins, though, we have beef, chicken, lamb right here, and goat. If you live in certain areas, these things are pretty complicated to find. Beef and chicken are very common in the United States. Beef has a lot of calories. If you're trying to gain more mass, I would recommend eating more beef, because the beef has a lot of calories, but also a good amount of protein as well. But it's not the best amount of protein that you can get. Not lean meat, which is the reason why I say it's not the best. Lean meats include chicken, lamb, and goat. And goat is actually the leanest red meat. But the thing with goat, it's very hard to find, and also when you do find it, it's pretty expensive. It's kind of like beef, but less common. You don't see it as often when it comes to beef. Lean proteins such as chicken and lamb, they don't give you that much mass, but they provide you with the sufficient amount of protein that you need to actually build the muscle. And if you don't really want to gain more mass, if you're not focused on building more mass, building your frame with the mass, you don't really need to eat that much calories. You can just eat the sufficient amount of nutrients that you need for your muscle building and energy expenditure. And when it comes to that, which is my type of training, but I do add some beef once in a while. If you do that, you'll gain lean muscle, but at a certain point, the point where the muscle is bulky, because you are eating more on a calorie surplus compared to when you used to eat beforehand. You're eating more nutrient dense meals, which will provide your body with more mass in general. Lamb, I would say, is actually the best meat you can actually eat, because it has all amino acids within it. It's not missing any amino acid. Amino acids are very, very important when it comes to building muscle. I'm not going to get into the specifics of that because it's very knowledge dense. I'm not trying to make this video too long, honestly. I'm just trying to get to the point and tell you guys what's best and how I did it personally. The 2 things I ate the most are beef and chicken. I did eat lamb and goat, but very rarely. Number 2 on how to gain your dream physique is consistency. You can't prosper without being consistent. If you're not consistent, your muscles aren't going to get used to working out, and you'll just work out for no reason. You'll just lose the muscle, the pump. You're going to lose basically everything because you're not working out consistently. You're just going to be restarting every time you go to the gym. With consistency, you gain better form in the workout. With consistency, you gain more strength, because when you are being consistent, you're training your bones to get used to the rigorous pushing and pulling of the workout. And that's another reason why diet is very important, because your diet helps you build thicker bones, prevents osteoporosis and other skeletal malfunctions. As you can tell from this calendar, this is actually my calendar. You can see I go 5 days a week, and I actually have a gym schedule, which I'll explain later on in this video. 5 days a week is the best amount of days you can possibly go to the gym for, because you give your body enough time to rest and recover from this rigorous training and get back to it again in the next week. It also gives you enough days to hit every workout twice, because it is best to actually work out each specific muscle twice a week. That's the optimal amount to gain more muscle and more strength. Number 3 on the list would be progressive overload. If you don't keep increasing the weight as you get used to it, you're not going to build any more strength than what you've actually built. If you stay on the same weight for a long period of time, what it'll teach your body is basically keeping the muscle that it has, but it's also going to burn the fat around that area. And it's going to make you a little bit more ripped, right? In a minimal amount of calorie consumption. You can tell from this video, I start out 4 blocks down from this. And as I am actually doing the workout and I finish, I go higher. And that's progressive overload. Even while you're working out, don't start off on your maximum amount of weight that you can lift. Start out slowly, and then as you're going through the sets, you increase the weight. And you can also tell from this bench press, I'm starting light, right? And then as I'm passing through the sets, depends how many sets you have. If you have 4 to 5 sets, you can go higher and higher. I increase the weight because that teaches your muscles to grow, get used to the movement. It also warms up your muscle if you start out like this. Actually gets the muscle ready to do excess work or extra work. You can also tell from this squatting as well. I start out light, warm up before I get into the serious stuff, because it gets the muscle ready, the bones ready for the pressure. But besides that, progressive overload. As you progressively overload yourself, you're gaining more strength, and that more strength would also help you to lift more heavier weights, which will further increase the density of your muscles, which will also give you more size to that muscle as well, right? Number 4, to gain your dream body. Have a good schedule, which I explained previously, right? If you don't have a good schedule, you're just going to be going to the gym without any idea what you're going to hit, and you're not going to keep track of what you're hitting. You got to make sure to hit every single workout twice a week. If you don't hit it twice a week, you're not getting the maximum amount of work you can in that muscle, which will hold back from the progress that you can get. The last one on the list would be broadening your exercise dimensions. Increase the level of exercises that you do. There's many different techniques you can have in different types of workouts, such as the Romanian deadlift. You don't have to do the normal deadlift. You can do the Romanian deadlift, which will greatly work on your lower back muscles, grant you a foundation for other exercises, and will help you perform other exercises. You have to broaden your exercise dimensions, because there are muscles that are smaller than the big muscles that you see in the average day. These smaller muscles provide foundations for the bigger muscles for you to properly perform the exercise. And of course, different workout dimensions are also going to target different parts of the muscle, such as the incline bench press. It's going to work more on your upper chest than your middle and lower chest. So if you want to gain a bigger upper chest, you got to do incline bench presses, right? And that's pretty much it. You have to broaden. Don't just keep doing the same exercise. You have to explore different workouts, because the normal muscles that you see every day are not the only muscles that exist. You need to explore every single workout. And that would be how I transformed from this to this. I did say before, I did just start actually having a consistent, healthy diet plan and also a consistent gym routine this past year, because beforehand I was so busy with school and other stuff that I couldn't even do that stuff properly. But now, as I'm consistent, you can see already the big amounts of progress, especially in strength. I want to definitely record a video these next few days on my actual strength gains in the actual gym. And that'll be it for the video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. Like, comment, and subscribe if you did. Tell me your thoughts in the comment section, and I'm definitely going to comment or maybe even respond in a separate video. Thanks you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.